Welcome to Chair Yoga. Today we're going to slow it down and breathe with each movement we do today. Please join me for this practice of connecting the breath to our movement. Sitting tall, a little bit away from the back of the chair, anchor your feet on Mother Earth. Rest your hands at your side or on your thighs and breathe. Observe your breath. Just notice how you breathe when you sit still for a moment. Notice the expansion of the ribs. Maybe the belly moves a little. And maybe the back side of the body expands outward on the inhale. It relaxes back towards the spine on the exhale. Just a little bit of attention to our breath today. Maybe even close your eyes for a moment and visualize the breath coming down into the body and the prana energy expanding outward into all parts of your body. And then let go of all thoughts about your plans for today. Stay in this moment and let's breathe. And then bring the hands down at your side and just circle your wrists a little bit, wiggle your fingers, and then reverse that. And then take a nice breath and lift high. Inhale, turn the hands out, and exhale. So we begin right away, connecting the upward expansion to the inhale, and lowering down and releasing the exhale. One more. Beautiful. And then we'll take the shoulders up, just leaving the hands at our side, and then softly lower them down. Inhale and exhale. And maybe now take those shoulders into a rotation. Forward, inhale up, take them back and exhale them down. One more like that. And then we'll take one hand up and one hand down and expand the arms in opposite directions. Inhale, exhale, bring them together at your heart. Let's go in the other direction. Inhale and expand, maybe even look up. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more on each side. Lift the sternum, breathe in, exhale. Inhale here, expand, exhale, and bring it all back to the core of the body. And release the hands down. Place your hands on your hips. Let's get into the legs now, circling, and then circle in the other direction. And tap and lift, tap and lift. Now lift that leg up and take it out to the side a little bit. Lift it again, bring it back to center. See how high you can lift before you move it out. Place it down. Inhale it up, exhale it down. Sitting tall, keeping a little engagement in the core. One more on this side, and then we'll bring it back. Adjust your seat, feet on the earth. Let's go to the other side with the ankle circles. And reverse that. Let's lift and lower. Inhale, exhale. On the next one, let's take it out. Inhale it up, exhale it down. Moving with the breath, slowing it down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. So take the time to get that full exhale in. Bring it back to center and pause. Mountain in our chair today. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's roll the shoulders forward. Give a little bit of movement in your back side of the body. And then let's roll them back and down. And this time maybe you'll feel a little more movement in the front side of the body. And let's pay a little attention to our spine. So we want to roll the shoulders forward, pull the belly in, tuck the chin. And then inhale, sit tall, and bring those elbows into your side. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what this looks like from the side. Exhale here. And as you come up, inhale and draw the shoulders into your side. So you're actually giving a little squeeze right here when you pull those elbows back. Let's do 2 more. Moving the spine is so beneficial for our health. Not only keeping the muscles flexible, but keeping them strong as well. And then come up to neutral and pause. Once again, notice your breath. And if you need a few moments here in mountain, just take them anytime you need to. We're going to come into a lunge now, so we're going to step 1 foot to the side of the chair. Make sure your foot is completely on the floor. You might want to come a little bit closer to the edge of the chair, but make sure that this front thigh is supported by your chair. Take the other leg back as much as you can today. Support yourself on this front thigh or on the chair. And we're going to take this outside arm and again, tucking the elbow in a little bit. As we lean forward, we're going to reach the arm out. Here's our inhale, we're expanding. And then we're going to exhale and come back up. Inhaling, reaching long, keep the gaze up, look at your fingers, and then bring it back, sitting tall. Let's do 2 more on this side. Just reach it out, just focus on the shoulder movement and connect with your breath. Last one on this side. And then we'll release it down, we'll release that knee, step the foot in a little bit and pivot to the front, mountain. Observe your breath. And when you're ready, we'll go to the other side. So if you're not ready, just pause the video, come back when you are ready. Stepping 1 leg to the side of the chair, the other leg goes back a little bit so we can drop the knee down and get a little stretch in the front of the thigh. But we're going to work on the shoulder and arm here. So inhale, reach, exhale, draw that elbow close to your side. So much is working here, not just the shoulder, not just the arm, not just the breath, not just the leg. What else is moving? What do you feel? Do you notice the spine, maybe the belly? Inhale, exhale. Let's do 2 more. And bring it in. Bring this foot in so that you can pivot back to the front of your chair. Mountain. You want to sit for this next one in the middle of the chair with the feet slightly apart. Again, anchoring to the earth. And we'll take the hands out with the thumbs up. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, bring them into center. Rest palm to palm. And then take the back of the hands to the lower back and let's forward fold. Just enough to feel it in your lower back. And then exhale, round the shoulders forward. Take those arms out to the side. Inhale. Exhale as we come into core. Inhale. Exhale as we fold forward. Let's continue with our eagle's wings here. Just spread them wide, reaching in opposite directions. Exhale. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, a little fold forward. Connect with your breath. Notice the union of the movement with the breath today. Exhale here. And this time as you come up, come back to mountain in the chair. Take a few breaths. I'm going to stand for the next part of our video. I hope you'll stay with me and stand also. When we're standing, we want to have the chair nearby so that we can reach it if we ever need it. So standing tall in mountain, feet slightly apart so that your knees are underneath your hips. Connect again with your breath. And then we'll just take our one leg and we're going to lift it up. Maybe you come to the ball of the foot. Maybe you lift the foot off the floor and lower it back down. Anytime you need to, you can hover that hand over the chair, other leg. Use the chair if you need it for balance. Just kind of feel what that feels like. Lift it to the ball of the foot, maybe to the toe. Maybe you lift the toe off the floor. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what this looks like. Notice I'm moving very slowly, making sure that I have balance. And then lower it down. We're going to step to the side now, stepping out, shift our weight, maybe bend that knee, and then bring it back and in. I like to use the arms and just swing them back and forth. We expand the body, we inhale, and bring it back to core, we exhale. One more. And back to our mountain. Now we got to do it on the other side, right? So you might want to turn around. Using the chair if you need it, we step out, shift our weight, bring it back and in. You can do the same thing facing the chair, using the hands on the chair. But Let's do a couple more. And when you come to center, really pull everything up and stand tall in our mountain pose. Heel lifts here, so we just lift the heels. Hands again can be on the chair, stretching through the feet. You can maybe hear my ankle popping a little bit there. There's no pain. Remember, we don't work through pain, so if you have any pain anywhere here, you want to make sure that you modify, come up less maybe. And eventually, after a couple of practices, you start to gain more range of motion. Now we're going to go in the other direction. We're going to push the hips back, bend the knees a little, come into our squat, and pull everything up tall. And again, hands can be here on the chair. They could be on your hips. I'm going to take them into airplane hands, back and up. Pull back and back to my side. Exhale here. Inhale as we stand tall and expand the body. One more. And again, stand tall in mountain pose. We're going to do tree pose, so you want to start out with your hand on your chair. We're going to turn the opposite knee out. Bring that ball of the foot close to the other ankle. Go where you can. Find your balance as you put all your weight into that standing leg. So you can lift that other foot off the floor, press it into the shin or the side of the thigh if that's comfortable for you. For me, on this side, I like it on the inside of the shin there. Keep the breath nice and even. And when you're ready, maybe you hover the hand off the chair or hands at your heart today. Pause and notice your breath. Stay as long as you can. But if you find yourself holding your breath or struggling, release the foot to the floor. And we'll all release now back to mountain. So we want to do that on the other side. I'm going to turn sideways here. We come onto the ball of the other foot. So it's just like before, ankle, bringing that foot close to the opposite ankle. And standing tall, finding our weight into that standing leg, picking the other leg up if we're able. Keep the hand on the chair for balance, or bring the hands to the heart. Find your pose, and if you feel that you're wobbling, just take a breath, bring the hand back to the chair. Find that core engagement again and come back to the pose. And release it, mountain. I always say that that wobbling ankle is a good thing because it's strengthening the ankle and strengthening our sense of balance. So always use the chair so we are safe, but work with that. Work with those ankles and strengthen them. All right, so we're going to put our hands on our shoulders and we're going to bring the elbows forward. Pat yourself on the back. I'm going to turn sideways again and roll the elbows straight down towards your waist. Keep the fingers touching the shoulders and release it all the way down. Again. Elbows can come high and down. Where do you find yourself inhaling as the body expands? And then as we release, we exhale. Beautiful. Mountain pose. Standing tall. Let's bring our hands to our shoulders again, and let's circle those elbows around. Just kind of find some movement in the shoulder and the upper back. We're going to work with the upper back next. So we're going to have the elbows out here. We're expanding across the front of the chest. Inhale. Maybe take your gaze upward. And then as you exhale, soften your knees and bring the elbows forward. Round the back, just like we did in cat-cow. Inhale here. Exhale. On the exhale, try tucking your chin and rounding even through the upper back here. Keep the knees soft, so there's a little bend. Exhale. And then inhale and expand and look up. Let's do a few more. And you can do this in the chair very easily. You just won't be using the legs as much. One more. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale up to neutral, release the hands, come to mountain. And breathe. Next, we're going to place one hand on the chair. We're going to lift the outside leg up, kick it forward, bring it back in and down. And again, let's unite the breath with our movement here. So we'll use the breath to inhale, push out, bring it back in and down. So we're shortening the muscle here. We're going to inhale as we push it out, exhale as we bring it in and down. And how high you lift is really up to you. It could be right here. It doesn't have to be big. It needs to be movement for your body, mindfully moving and connecting our breathing, being aware. Last one on this side. Let's go to the other side. When you're ready, we lift, we kick it out, we bring it in and down. In, out, in and down. Can you do this without holding on to the chair? Well, yes, but we're really focusing now, not so much on balance, but just strengthening the legs and building our range of motion and connecting that, uniting it with easy, mindful breath. Good. One more. And down. Now let's really separate those legs. Take our hands to our hips or our lower back here and just rock side to side. Bend your knees. Keeping the knees soft. This little bit of movement side to side is very good for the hips, for the knees, upper part of your legs. It's also good for our balance because it's a weight shift from foot to foot, hip to hip. And then we'll stand tall once again. I'm going to come back into the chair for a few moments. We end our class here with a little movement in the chair. So join me back in your chair, sitting tall, roll the shoulders down your back. We're going to step one leg out. We're going to place a hand there and take the other arm straight up. And then we'll lean over to the side here. circling that hand down and around over to the other side and release. Let's do that again. Up straight, over towards the knee that's on the side, down towards the floor, to the opposite side, and back up. One more. Feel the stretch in the side body. Stay here. Bring the other hand up to meet it. Interlace your hands and turn the palms to the sky and step that foot back and in. As you exhale, release the arms down. Step the other foot out to the side. We take the arm opposite the leg. We lean over towards that side leg here. And down. And reach to the side. And then back up. Inhale. Exhale. Move through the exhale. And inhale. One more. And up. Both hands up. Interlace. Push to the sky. And step the other foot back in. And releasing your arms to your side. Let's take an easy twist here today. Both feet are forward. We're going to take the hands to one side of the chair. Lift the ribs and turn in that direction. And then from here, release the hands and sweep them. You can sweep them parallel to the floor, all the way over to the other side. Inhale and sit tall here. And back. Spread the fingers, a little work in the hands. Over to the other side. Lift the ribs. So each time you come into the twist, we take a moment to take that inhale, let it expand the body upward, and then exhale as you move. Inhale, exhale as you move. We'll get one more here. Inhale, exhale over to the other side. Take that inhale. Exhale and release back to center and just rock side to side in your hips here. Beautiful. And now we'll interlace those hands again. This time thumbs down. We're going to place them right at the base of our head. Elbows as wide as you can get them. And then we bring the elbows forward a little and back. And as you take them back, rest your head back into the hands and look upward. And then bring them forward to neutral. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can get your spine into it. I'll turn sideways so you can see there's a little bit of movement in my spine. As I open up here, I lift through the front side of the body. Exhale. You want that rounding, that contraction in the core to be on the exhale. One more here. And release it forward. Come back to neutral and release your hands down. And once again, rock hip to hip. Connect with your breath. Here again, notice your breathing. A little more for the neck, sitting tall here. We're going to tilt our ear towards our shoulder and mindfully draw that shoulder down. Now, one way to remind ourselves to separate the ear from the shoulder is to drop the hand and push it down so that the shoulder moves away from the ear and you get a delicious stretch on the opposite side of that neck. Let's try it on the other side. So we can start out just by dropping the ear towards the shoulder and then drop the shoulder and maybe push the hand down to help bring the shoulder down away from that ear. And then release it back to center and make a circle with your nose and in the other direction. And come to stillness once again, sitting back in the chair, feeling that you're anchored with your feet on the earth, your hips in the chair, and your shoulders right over your hips. Observe your breath, breathing in, expanding the ribs, and exhaling, contracting back towards center. And you can stay here, you can close your eyes and just keep breathing until you're ready to move. I'm going to bring my hands to my heart and say thank you for joining me, sharing your time, your energy, and your desire to move freely and be strong. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe so you get notified when we have another video posted.